in the A-League. We've been accepted to join the club. We went through the interview, got the offer.
Oh, yeah!
Hello and welcome to our new club here. As you can see, we've gone and joined the Melbourne Victory in the A-League. We've been accepted to join the club. We went through the interview, got the offer, and now we are here in the city of Melbourne. Two teams here in Melbourne. As you can see, we've got the Victory and the City, as you can see there. The first thing I will point out with this team is that we are not in the Asian Champions League 2. I thought we would be. I've got it wrong once again. Not once again, but it's just been so tough to figure out, and I've got it wrong. It's a shame, really. It is a shame that I've not been able to figure it out. We are not in the Champions League, but I think it makes for a very interesting season. You know, we're going to have to build up and get to that position, build a team with these transfer windows coming up, build a team that will be prepared to go and get third place, which I think is guaranteed to get it. It has been in the last few seasons, and then take them into the Asian Champions League. I said 2026, obviously not looking like it, but if we can do it in the next 2 years then, or 3 years, then at least we're on a good track to go and do well. So we joined the Melbourne Victory. The teams who did qualify, if we're going to take a look at the season preview, it was Sydney and the Brisbane Roar. Sydney, I don't know what happened, they managed to get through, and so did the Brisbane Roar. So if we take a look, the teams who finished in 2nd or 3rd and 6th qualified, but the teams who finished 2nd, 4th and 5th didn't qualify. That's probably why the job offer came up for the Melbourne Victory, and we do come here. Now, I've been looking at a few things. We have an interesting job on our hands, let's just say that. You can see there what it's looking like. So last season, it ended in May, 17th of May, and the new season starts on the 18th of October. It's a 6-month season. Today we're going to get it underway 2 months early, because we're going to be playing a game in the Australian Cup against Innisfail United. Just get a game in, see how this team is. We've got loads of friendlies, which I think we'll just let the assistant take over in. Looks like we might be going on a tour of India for a while there, as you can see, which might be interesting. Play against the Kerala Blasters. It'll be interesting to see how we go and do. We've had some friendlies already, done quite well. Getting used to this team, and yeah, here we are with this club. In terms of context of this team and the background information, the information about the club, in general, they have had a few first place finishes. They've won the A-League 3 times, I believe. This is all the times they have won it. In terms of anything else, the facilities, they play in the AAMI Park, 30,000 seater, built in 2010. No undersoil heating. It probably plays like when is it? It's from October to April or May, because that's a 7-month season, not a 6-month season, but it's still extremely short. They don't play that many games, and there's such a big break. It's definitely interesting to say the least. No undersoil heating, which is interesting. No roof, but a very good stadium, clearly, with 30,000 seats. Anything else of interest? Great training facilities, top corporate facilities, good youth facilities, and anyone of interest in the Legends list? There's some players here who we may potentially recognise it, particularly the current captain, who's been here for 20 years. That's incredible to see that there's players still like that, and he will be involved in this team, as you can see there. So many years he spent here, 428 league games, and he's a part of this squad as our captain. So it's interesting that we've come to a club like this. We're going to get it underway here today. The A-League doesn't start just yet, but we're going to go to Melbourne Victory. How are Nagoya doing? They've obviously will have hired a new manager by now. They're actually 8th. Ricardo Rodriguez, who has managed formerly Aurora Red Diamonds, Wuhan 3 Towns, Tokushima, he was at for 5 years, so he's clearly got quite a bit of experience. Girona, he's part of the Saudi Arabia setup. Clearly not a bad manager that they've picked up, and they've moved up to 8th in J1. How are their results looking? 2 wins in the last 2 games. They made the 4th round, but lost to Yamagata overall. Not in the worst position at all, so hopefully they can go on and continue to do well. We might even bring in some of the players from there. We'll have to see. Let's go and get our time here with the Melbourne Victory underway. It's the first game against Innisfail United. So the team for this game against Innisfail United starts with Izzo in goal. We've got a backline of Broxham, Insera, Jerry and Harvey, Teague, Chapman, Makach in the middle. We've got Arzani on the left. I've not even learned any of these names, by the way. Ikono Midis on the right, and Fornaroli up top. Kick off here in this game. We're going to have to obviously get used to the new players in our team. This is the first game I've managed with them, as I've said, just trying to get through those friendlies as quick as possible, and yeah, it's a very long period where we just have to kind of get through that, and then we go on. It's mainly for fitness, gelling this team together, and there's not too much more we can take away. As the first goal here scored by ours, and he makes it 1-0. We've got two players in the Dream 11. I believe Arzani is one of them. I mean, you can take a look, a very, very good player. He is one of them in the Dream 11. Overall, good player. I think our attack is looking really, really good. Formerly a Manchester City player, which is interesting. It looks like he might have been in the academy, maybe. I'm not too sure. I think that the Melbourne City are part of the City group, actually, which makes sense. Yeah, they are, because it's Etihad. So he's probably maybe gone to the Melbourne City, which is interesting. Actually, he's been with Melbourne City, and then he comes here, but I guess he must like Melbourne. Looks a very nice city. I can't say I've been to Australia, but doesn't look like the worst place, to be honest. And yeah, a very good player that we have in the attack. In terms of star ability, if that's what you look at, I think you can see, yeah, in the attack, looks very good. We're going with a bit more of a vertical tiki-taka style. I think try and progress that ball really, really fast, move it up the field, but also in the interest of keeping possession, potentially moving it down the wings a little bit more, where we clearly have that quality. I've told them to go inverted, but if they want to sit a bit wider, then it's something I'm sure we can do. We have to have time to let this team gel. We're aiming for third place. Third place out of 12, I think, is realistic. This Melbourne Victory team are good. It's not like they're a bad team, but that they've just had a disappointing end to the season. They struggled in the middle of the season, where they had they sacked the manager, so they've gone and done it again. So it'll be interesting to see. Here's Arzani in behind once again. I don't know how good this Innisfail team are, but it's a good opening game for us. Makach has put that wide. He looks like another good player, actually. Makach, as you can see there, he didn't get many starts last year, I don't think. If we go and take a look, he did, never mind. When I came here, he didn't get into like the starting team. You know, when you set a team, he wasn't there originally. He's played for some. He's not a bad player by the looks of it. Formerly of Marseille, Toulouse, who else? Napoli, never got a game there. But yeah, clearly not a bad player, to be honest. It's interesting to see, and he's called Zinedine as well, which should hopefully give him the qualities of a certain Zinedine. We'll have to see. But overall in this opening game, we've seen the quality from some different players. You know, the likes of Arzani, Economidis on the right side, the wingers clearly looking good in these opening moments. So that's where a lot of our players come from in these opening chances. I think this will be the only game, because I think the next game there will probably be another win, if I'm going to be honest. We're starting in the first round 2 months early. What a goal that is. Arzani scores again, and we lead 2-0 here in our opening game with Melbourne Victory. It's Arzani, hits a little celebration, the number 10 here at the Victory. And yeah, I mean, the decision was, with the three teams we wanted to go to included Sydney FC. We would have gone to the Central Coast Marinas, who obviously won the Champions League, to the Sydney FC because they've qualified for the last 2 years, that's why. Or the Melbourne Victory, and I guess the Melbourne Victory has come up. We were going to go in the middle of the season, and now we're here. Maybe it was just raining the stars. Here's Arzani for his hat-trick. We can already see the type of shot he's going to be doing. You know, he's just going to go for that shot every single time. And he reminds me a bit of when we were at Las Palmas, Armic. He used to take up kind of like, he's a bit of a hybrid between Armic and Shevchenko. Armic kind of sat in that position very on the inside. Here's Makach for 3-0. Can he put it away? He just isn't able to. It's a save from the opposition goalkeeper there. Armic used to sit in this position where Arzani is. He used to sit there and he used to get shots away. He was a bit inconsistent, but if Arzani is a bit more consistent, then we have a very good player. I've just realised he isn't the number 10, he's on number 19, and number 10 is the striker Fornaroli. One of the strikers has just left. Fornaroli is 37 years old. He's been a legend of the game. You know, he's played at many different clubs. He's got experience in South America, Sampdoria he played for a bit, Panathinaikos he's been to, and for the last 10 years it looks like he's been with the Australian clubs. He's got 2 caps for the national team, and overall looks like he's had a really, really good career. Maybe he could have a final prime at this point in his career. That would be definitely interesting to see. He's not really had much involvement in this game, but whilst we don't have a striker, I guess he will be in this team. Obviously there'll be some substitute appearances in this game. Cup game. I think the second round we are going to win, because we're starting 2 months early, right? We're starting 2 months early to the season, so that means that we probably have to go through. It's the first round. Every team gets in at the first round. It's the only cup. We're going to have a few games before we get to the ranks that we probably should be in, so probably going to be results. So it probably will be a similar game in the next one. That's why we won't go and play. It looks like we might have a lengthy one here. As it is, it's a penalty, and Arsene is going to have the chance potentially. I don't know if I haven't set the 2 penalties, takes the whoever's got 2 goals takes the penalty for a hat-trick. It doesn't look like he's going to take it. I think he can get the result, the hat-trick nonetheless, and seal this result, as it looks like the result might already be sealed, as Fornaroli gets his first goal, 37 years of age. Not as close as King Kazi was, but yeah, he's getting on a bit in his career, and he's still scoring. Nice to see. 20 minutes gone in this game. Overall, it's been a good game. Good game. Nice to see that we've started well against the team we should be beating. We've been quite convincing. Oh, what a free kick that is from Fornaroli, but it is just denied by the goalkeeper for Innisfail there. As you can see, yeah, not a bad city to come to. You know, we've gone from Nagoya, which is, I'd like to think, a big city, but it's obviously not the biggest city in Japan. We've relocated now, quite the distance still. We've had to travel, but to Melbourne, it's not a nice place. Not a nice place. It's not too bad. I don't know what I was trying to say then. Not a nice place. It's not too bad. That's what I was trying to say. And yeah, we come to a really big city. But yeah, looks like we've got some interesting players on our hands. Arsene looks like quite the player. You know, as I said, Armic positioning, but he has the Shevchenko shot on him, just a trademark shot. I think we can see that type of curling effort he's going to go for. This could be a very, very long game. I think we will have to go and get it sped up at some point. It's going to be a relatively short episode, if we can keep it that way. Just a nice, easy introductory episode. We've got to ease in. You know, we've spent 11 days with Nagoya, a few weeks here. Here's another goal here for Economidis. He scores Australian. Is he an international? We can go and take a look. Yeah, he is an international. He's played quite a few games. He doesn't look like the worst player either. We've got some really good players in this team. He's been with the Victory since 2021. Before that, with Perth Glory. It looks like a path that a lot of these players have been on. Overall, 30 years of age, 17 caps. Looks like a very good player. Has he gone to a World Cup potentially? It doesn't show us, but yeah, overall looking like a decent player we've got in our ranks. He's played for Salernitana, AGF Aarhus, Lazio, and then an Atalanta academy player as well by the looks of it. Yeah, he would have been. And overall looks like a very good player who's really started to establish himself in the Australian ranks as quite the player. So it's nice to see that we do have these players. We do have a right back who is very, very good. I'm not sure I don't think he's in the team. He is in the Dream 11. We can go and take a look. He's where is he? Is he in the squad? I don't even know anymore. We can go and take a look. I've barely got used to these players, but we need the time. Here he is, Jeria. He was in the team, if I'm not mistaken. I think he might have been. Yeah, he is at centre back. He probably will go back out to right back, where he's clearly more capable. I mean, his star ability, his technicals don't look incredible, I will be honest, but he's played over 200 games, or nearly 200 games for this club. He's played with Shiba as well, Japanese team. Yeah, as you can see, Shiba, just a single cap for the Australian national team, and overall looks like not a bad player either. So we've clearly got a good core set of players. It feels like a bit like Las Palmas. We've had a lot of references already, where we had Royo, who stayed until the very end, all 5 seasons. We had Armic, who was in that squad until the end. Iram, who was there for quite a while. You know, the players like that who you feel like will be a part of kind of a core that will look to try and build. Can we get this game over? It's been quite a lengthy one. Here's has another chance. It's 5-0 here in this game. Overall, a very, very good performance. I think we'll appreciate speeding it up a little bit, getting to the final result here in this game. Will we have any more goals before half time? We will. It's 6-0 here. Has Arsene got his hat-trick? He hasn't. It's Aidan Harvey, who's another player in this team. Has he played for Norwegian teams? He's played for by the looks of it, and now he's here with the Melbourne Victory. I do notice that quite a lot of European players who you might not be familiar with, but they have played in Europe. They do tend to come to these Australian divisions. It is quite popular, and it probably makes sense. There's some big clubs who compete, maybe not the highest reputation, but some big clubs who do compete. Not a bad lifestyle to move over. It makes sense. It makes sense for a lot of those players, and maybe we'll see some of them as we're 6-0 up here in this game. Overall, a very, very good performance we've put in, and hopefully this can continue going into our first A1 league games. Arsene he's on a 10 rating. He's had 2 goals, 1 assist. Has he completed his hat-trick here? He hasn't. It's Economidis who completes or gets closer to completing his hat-trick on 2 goals. Now we're going to make some changes. I think we bring on Danny Choi into the middle for Makach. I want to bring in at left back. We've got Razmovsky, who's a 19-year-old in the team, as you can see there. Bit of potential coming up from the Melbourne Victory Academy. As I said, still not used to these players, so we have to get used to them. We'll make those changes and see how we go. Have we got another goal, or is it an Innisfail goal? It isn't. It's another goal for us. It's Fornaroli who makes it. Is it a hat-trick? No, it's not. So we've got 2 players on a hat-trick here. Whether or not they'll complete them, we'll have to see. I think one of them has, though. They have. I thought it was Fornaroli, but no, it isn't. It's Economidis who completes it. He looks like a very good player, I must say. I was looking at these players, and the players who get in the Dream 11, we've had another hat-trick at 10-0. It's Harvey from right back who's got his hat-trick now, so we still have 2 more players. If we get to 12-0, we would complete 4 hat-tricks, I believe, which would be something you don't see very often. What was I saying about, we might have a player like Arsene in the Dream 11, but players like Economidis look very, very good, and Makach on the who's just been subbed off, he's not a bad player either, so it could definitely be very interesting. Fornaroli's completed his hat-trick now. We just need Arsene to get another goal, and then he will complete his hat-trick, and in this game we won't have 4 goals, we'll have 4 hat-tricks. There it is, he's done it. We've scored 4 hat-tricks in this game. 4 players have scored 3 goals, and it's a 12-0 win, one of the biggest wins ever on the channel. What a start. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave with this little tune, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you, bye.